My name is Stevin Augustin. I'm an undergraduate student here at BYU, and I had the great blessing of coordinating the trip that we went to Tijuana, Mexico in November 2016, just last week. And I was primarily in charge of the communication, and so I contacted volunteers, informed them of some of the details regarding the trip, collected payments, etc. And so it was really nice to kind of develop a relationship with all the volunteers even before we went out on the trip. But the trip itself was the highlight of this year for me. We got to serve in 5 different shelters and provide a variety of different services. I myself helped with Haitian Creole translation, and so it was a great blessing to communicate with the Haitian people there. But in addition to that, we got to serve around the Mexican people and other refugees that were there. And you know, their compassionate and kind of embracing personality was so warm and so welcoming. I really appreciated that time there. While we were there, we primarily helped with, my group at least, primarily helped with construction of various rooms, painting, we did plumbing, pardon me. And so we did a lot of hands-on service. I also directed refugees, Haitian refugees in particular, where to wash their hands, where to sleep, etc. And so I kind of played that kind of a role. In regards to the volunteers, I was a group leader, and so I just had to direct a group. We managed the food, coordinated kind of the schedule for our day-to-day events, and we really grew to become a family on the trip. We all worked so well with one another, and I think the thing that I was most impressed with on the trip was everyone's capacity and willingness to serve. It was rather touching to see them go out of their way to provide service or benefits to those in need. And so they were an example to me, even as a leader, of great service and compassionate kindness to others. So this trip has really left an impression on me that I think will affect me for the rest of my life. I love the people in Mexico. I love all the people that I met there, and I love at work. I love what they stand for and what they're all about.
Great. A follow-up question. What did you learn in speaking with the Haitian refugees that maybe you didn't know before? Or what did you learn from some of the advocates down there, like Arendira Trujillo?
Okay. So I did spend a lot of time with individual Haitian refugees, and I guess what stood out to me the most was their stories. So they started off in Haiti and made it all the way to Mexico, but in the meantime they passed oftentimes through 10 countries, you know, sleeping in the rain or having little food. And they were telling me about their day-to-day interactions from their trip to Mexico. And ultimately, they were there in Mexico, but that wasn't where they wanted to be. That wasn't their end goal. They wanted to make it to the United States to seek further refuge and perhaps maybe a more comfortable lifestyle. And so, though each story was so profound and deep, it was interesting that they weren't unique in the sense that so many of these Haitians passed through so many of those struggles. And for a person like me who I haven't had to go through those things, it was very kind of heartbreaking to hear that. But at the same time, for me to provide service to them was very rewarding to help that I could help in maybe just a small way. Some of the advocates that were helping the Haitian refugees and other refugees expressed a growing concern for assimilation. A lot of those refugees are there and they've been there for months, and so they have to become acquainted with the Spanish language and Spanish customs and part of that culture. And so they really wanted to provide a safe haven for refugees where they can feel at home away from home, which I think was very significant.
Fantastic. Well, you did a great job. I appreciate you organizing the trip as you did, and also bringing your dad, bringing your sister, bringing your friend, Dina. You were a wonderful team. You worked good together, and you expressed a lot of love for one another and for others. We appreciate it. Thank you so much, Stephen.
Thank you.
So, Steve, what's been your experiences up till now?
Yesterday was incredible. We got to go help a shelter with a variety of different plumbing needs, and we also got to serve food. I myself got to talk to a lot of different refugees. I got to hear their story.
Mostly of the female persuasion, what I've heard.
Yeah, I guess that's just been my luck. But you know, they've gone through so much, traveling through sometimes 10 countries just to get here. But their ultimate objective is the United States. But as much as we can help out right here, I think it's the greatest blessing. So it was awesome. Plus, playing outside with the kids, I mean, they roughed me up. So.
So how you get along with some of the other members of the team, especially that old white guy, the curmudgeon from Italian ancestry? How do you get along with him? Mike, I believe it is, right? Magic Mike.
We're all best friends. In fact, we're all family now. So Neil's taking us in under his wing.
That's where we see patients. Because it is just an open room, we'll set up consults kind of around.
Let me interject. Have you had a situation where you need Creole translators? Is that a frequent problem?
Yeah, it is.
So you could use the translators here. Okay, good.
Yeah, so there have been times where we've definitely needed them. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. So my parents are from Haiti, so I translate for this organization in Haitian Creole with my dad and my sister. But so do you just do general diagnosis, like diagnostics of illnesses and whatnot?
Yeah, so exactly. We're a free clinic, so we don't charge anything, of course, and so our population that we see are basically like a lot of homeless patients who don't have any other resources. So we'll do a lot of like wound cleaning, diabetes, high blood pressure, same as you see anywhere
How about
else.
stomach problems with diarrhea and stuff?
Yeah, we'll have a lot of that too. A really wide spectrum of different things.
And so you just take one day each week to come here? I see. That's awesome.